Well, we're back at it. No more vacation videos, no more talking about the car. It's work, work, work from here on out. So we got lots of videos left to put up. As I said, I probably got 15, 20, 25 on past stuff. So I'm going to try to catch those up here and there. But right now I'm going to push forward with what's going on in the world. So as you can see, I've got the driver's side window up. I've actually got the side scoop up too. I could show you how that's done, but it's like, yeah, you know, you mark it, evenly space them, go, call it done. This is a little more complicated, and especially when you only have one person. I don't have anybody to hold this thing, so here's what I've done on the other side. So let me put you on my head so I can hold this. So I've got the forward bolt that holds the door to the frame. Let me kind of reach in here. Okay, since I don't have anybody to sit inside and hold this up, what I've done is I've put, you can see the forward bolt on the bracket. I've got that bolt in. That way I can then pick up this back bolt. And then once I get that, at least then I can kind of get this thing situated. So I'll probably do right in the middle somewhere. It might even have to be towards the top because I got to pick up this rod, which may not be high enough. So this way I can do it by myself. So I'm now going to go out and get a pen, and then we'll mark this thing, and then I'll drill another hole here, and at least that way I can start messing around with it. I think this whole thing doesn't quite line up with the frames. I don't know. The frames are lined up where they should be, but so what I got to do is I got to kind of shut this to hold this up. That's the only way I can kind of do this. I got to go get a Sharpie, and then I'll mark this, and then we can drill a small hole, put a small like 1/4 inch bolt through there just to see how it all lines up. You know, just kind of the way it is. Yeah, it'd be nice if I had a body to get in there, but I don't. So I got to do what you got to do. So the window, I think, has got to slide all the way back this way. So I'm going to put this... Actually, you know what? Yeah, because that's in front of that. So that's all the way back. That's going to be pretty darn close. See, I still think it's going to have to come back a little bit. So we might have to move this one hole in the chassis a little bit. We'll see. So I'm going to do that. And this one here, I'm going to kind of... I'm going to put a hole... Probably right up under here, I'm thinking. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 1/4 inch bolt, drill a small hole, and then we can get this thing totally mounted. So now I'll pull this one here out. Yeah, these are all the fun stuff you get to do when you don't have help. As I said, I've had very little help on most of this car. I put the motor in myself. Other than the windshield, my buddy Dave came over with the other coupe, so he helped me out with that one. So let's drill this out, and then we'll bolt this thing up and see where we sit. I got the other bolt in, so you can see now the gap is pretty good. The window's got to come up a little bit. You can see it's right on the edge, so it's definitely got to come up. So what I'll do now is I'll start playing with it a little bit, see if I can get the brackets, and then I'll see if I can pick up the metal frame inside. But other than that, it looks pretty good. This whole gap down in here, some people put body filler in there, you get nice and tight. I'm actually using that D strip because I'm trying to make this car pretty much waterproof. I want to be able to drive it in the rain. I know not a great thing with you know, 200 tread wear, you know, autocross type tires, but I still want that opportunity to be able to go out in the rain. Yeah, these will never be waterproof, but they're not bad. They'll keep, you know, a good chunk of it out. So let me get in, we'll adjust it a little bit, see if I can get it closer with what I got. If I can get it all set up perfect, then I'll drill all the holes, bolt it up, and that's done. And then we can start working on these back cover plates right up into here. Those are going to be a challenge. That's going to take some time, so a lot of little fabrication, tough little area to work in, but we'll figure it out. So stay tuned. So I lifted the window inside. I'll show you the screws I adjusted here. So as you can see, this I need to come back a little bit. So I can either re-drill that hole. I'll show you once I open the door. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hog out that hole a little bit, because that way I can use the existing hole You know, there's plenty of meat there. It's not going to affect anything. But I got to come back, you know, about 1/4 of an inch. So let me show you what I intend to do. But other than that, it's looking pretty good for someone who had no help. So as you can see, this bracket, I'm picking up the existing hole here, but it's got to come this way. So I'm thinking I'm just going to hog this hole out. This one here I can drill up into there, and I'm adjusting these to get the window up and down, side to side. This one, I don't think I'm going to be able to pick that up. I'm going to have to, see, this window right now is raised, so this has got to come up so I can pick up the frame member here. And even then, it's going to be close. I'm looking at how much I can go down. I'll have to do a little bit of measuring, figure out where this tube is and where I can bring this up to, and see if there's enough room there. If not, I'm gonna have to hog out these holes, because I definitely wanna have that through the inner door frame. So that's it. So I'm gonna hog this one out. We're gonna go this way, so go back some. As you can see, I'm already here, or I could even put spacers here, but I don't wanna do that. So we're just gonna bring this up about 1/4 of an inch so I get a little more play. And once we get this way, back and forth set up, then we'll deal with up down to get this into the chassis. As I said, getting these windows in, a little bit of work, but not bad. Yeah, but this is the one I just don't really want to re-drill. This kit's gonna be right on top of that other hole, and right now it's right on the corner chassis part. So yeah, so I'm just gonna re-drill this, then we'll go from there. So let's pull this window back out. I'm gonna mark this which way I need to go so I can slide this back. So we'll keep moving. So I got the hole hogged out. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark this. This way I kind of know where I'm at as far as where that bracket behind the door is going to be. See any of this. So I'm putting tape up to where that 3/4 or that 1 inch tube is behind the door. So when I put the door back up using my little temporary hole, which I can always fill with Bondo later, we'll see where it is and where I have to drill. So, and then I'll drill a small hole, pilot hole to make sure I'm centered before I go hog wild, so I can always readjust. So let's get the window in there and see where we end up. The window gap looks pretty good and even all the way around. I think I'm golden here. As I said, this here, I got to put some filler into this because I cut that back too far when I was doing the body, so that's why the window's a little bit where it should be. The door is not, so we'll fix that when we do the body work and the paint. So I think it looks pretty dang good. Let me open the door here. So let me show you what we need to do now. So, okay, so this bolt here is perfect, and I can drill it. I can mark this bolt here, drill that one, so this one here will be good. This one, I need to move this hinge up so I can pick up the frame. And as you can see, I've got some space, but not a bunch. So I got to be very careful here and just bring this up just a touch. It's going to be tight. I need to make sure I measure exactly where that tube is. So I'm definitely going to drill a small hole first and then open it up, because I can go up about maybe 1/4 of an inch. Because you can see I got these adjustments where I can then, this thing goes up. Actually, no, I can bring it down. Actually, I got more space than I thought. So I should be good. So let's mark this. We'll drill that, and then we'll re-put the window in here and see where we end up. And hopefully we're darn close. And then we drill this thing up, put the weather strip in. And then I got to build up the weather strip up into here, because this does not seal very well into here, which people have talked about on the forums. I've just doubled it up on the other side. I say once I paint this thing, all that crap's going to come off. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy more weather strip and everything, but you know what? It could be a year or two before I paint. And honestly, after today, I went up to Alice's. People love this color. I mean, I had so many compliments. Oh, that color is so cool. And then I'm like, it's primer sealer, and they just love the texture. They love this kind of flattish, mattish look. So yeah, kind of bizarre, but people really seem to love it. But yeah, you can see window fits really nice now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having this thing kind of sealed up. Hopefully it quiets it down some, but I don't think so. I think no matter what you do, these things are loud, loud, loud. So I guess I'll continue on with this, and then we can, I'll tell you the final video when it's all set up, the weather stripping on. Actually, you know what? We won't, because you see how this side here fits. So I'm just going to continue on with the other side. As I said, I got these bolted up too. So we'll call that a video to kind of give an idea how I did this, especially single-handed and almost single-handed, because my hand is still healing. I don't have 100% use of it. It still hurts sometimes if I bend it the wrong ways. So yeah, I'm gonna be a couple months into getting this thing recouped, but it's enough to at least I can work, and I was losing my brain not out here working on my car. So thanks again for watching. Hit subscribe, and we'll definitely see you on the next episode of the Cobra Daytona build.